How do you weaponize facts and evidence against a narcissist, especially if you are dealing with them in court or a court case? That's what we're tackling in today's video. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I practiced law for a long time, and I have dealt with narcissists. I've represented them. I've been on the other side of them. I started studying narcissism so I could beat them in the courtroom, and then I became an expert at this, and now I'm going to teach you everything that I know as well. So if you're new here, welcome. I invite you to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications every single time. So if you're caught in a battle with a narcissist who is constantly twisting the truth, who denies their actions, tries to rewrite history, the good news is there is a way to outsmart them. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to take your own facts, your own evidence, and turn it into your most powerful weapon. So instead of them weaponizing everything, including potentially kids, you can expose their manipulations and get control back. Narcissists are kings and queens of wanting control. That's why facts and evidence are so powerful, because they constantly lie and they constantly manipulate, and it's really easy to get evidence against them and start using it against them. They want you to be confused, they want you to be manipulated, but they can't help themselves from lying, or behaving badly. And they do it even when they don't have to, and even when it's really easy to verify what they're saying. When they're twisting their words and they're denying reality and they're making you doubt yourself and they're doing all sorts of things, running late, not pay, changing schedules, all the things that they do, every single time that happens, I just want you to say, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. Don't say that to them directly, of course, but you would say it to yourself as you go ahead and document what they're doing. Because the one thing that, even though they're going to try to argue with, but they really can't argue with, is facts. It will be very apparent to people as well. So if you keep really good records of everything, and then you start summarizing it and you start coming up with percentages, well, they were late 55% of the time and they didn't pay 83% of the time, or whatever it is, you have actual summaries and real hard data, then they can't argue with it, and other people will have a hard time with that as well. You want to make it so that it's really hard to dispute what it is that you're saying and what it is that you're presenting. And you want to make it as easy for people to digest as possible. So the more you can put it into timelines, the more you can organize it into documentation like the statutes or things that are going to apply to your particular case, the more you can do the work ahead of time, the less you stand there trying to defend yourself, trying to push forward your position, trying to get people to believe you, because everything is just going to speak for itself. And that's what you want. You want to know how to gather and present evidence in a way that narcissists and all their people in their little kingdom or queendom or fiefdom aren't going to be able to hold up against it. And you want to avoid certain pitfalls, which I'm going to go into. You definitely need to stay calm and confident. Know that you have the ability to get where you want to go. So stick around for the end, because I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how to use their own words against them in this video. I'm going to show you how to do it without escalating conflict. The first thing is you have to know what to document. If you're going to weaponize evidence against them, knowing what to document is absolutely crucial. And if you're struggling with this, I do have a free tool. You can go to docthenarc.com and get it. There's going to be a lot of what I say in here, but the more specific and the more clear you can be, the harder it's going to be for them to dispute. So you want to write down everything that they're doing. So write down the commitments that they had, such as deadlines or tasks. And then I want you to keep track of exactly when they didn't keep their commitment or didn't follow through on something that they were supposed to follow through on. Document key points of verbal discussions, especially when they involve conflict or important decisions. So if you can track their patterns of behaviors, track conversations, track promises or agreements, then now you're going to start to see that shape shifting, that blame shifting, that gaslighting. Even if you say to yourself, I know all of that, I remember when that happened, you want to put it in a way that you can present it to people who don't know all of that, where it seems like it's just he said, she said kind of a thing, right? So whenever possible, here's one of your pro tips, by the way. Whenever possible, follow up verbal conversations with a writing, whether it's a text or an email, and you want to summarize it. Enjoyed our conversation today. We talked about X, Y, and Z, and this is what we agreed to, just to confirm, because you want to make sure that you are doing this in real time and keeping a record of that. You can definitely use some tools to help you collect evidence as well so that it's organized and indisputable. So for emails and text messages, keep copies of written communications. Make sure that they're time stamped. There's a time and date stamp. It's a much easier sell to mediators or to lawyers or to judges or anybody who's in the world that you need to present this to. Anything that's like really easy to manipulate or doesn't have that information on there is going to be subject to dispute. And when you know how they are, they're like wriggling in there wherever they can. So you want to make sure it's really easy for people to see. Journals, notes, keep records of dates, times, key details of any incidents that happen. Just be factual as you write it down. Today is da 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 da. Person came over. Here's what happened. I said this, they said that. You don't say anything that, is, and I'm the best at this, and they are the worst piece of crap. You don't say any of that. You don't add in all the emotion. You don't layer in, and there's been so many years that I gave them everything, and they weren't appreciative. You don't want any of that. You just want facts as if you're reporting the news.
Narcissists have a confession to make, and that is that they are way more afraid of you than you are of them, especially in court cases, mediation cases, or any kind of cases where you have to negotiate with them. But you know what? I have a confession to make too. I'm sick and tired of these people bullying you and making you feel exhausted and paying way too much in attorney's fees and dragging you through the mud. My name is Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by U.S. News as one of the best lawyers in America. And in fact, I was so sick and tired of these people bullying you that I started studying narcissism so that I could beat them in the courtroom. And now I'm here to make the case so that you can win too. I developed a 4-part proven blueprint that has helped tens of thousands of people take back their freedom, win, and get back their power. And now I'm sharing it with you in a special live event, Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-part proven plan to take back your power. 4 simple steps, 1 free live event, 1 free hour of your life. That's what stands between you being in hell and you being free. Join me, click the link for Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-step proven plan to take back your power. Just click the link and let's go.
Take screenshots where necessary. Screenshots of text, emails, social media posts, because sometimes these things have a way of being manipulated. So if you can take a screenshot so that you have proof of what it's once said, that will definitely help you. Voice and video recordings. Now, sometimes it's not legal. Sometimes it's not legal to play it. You can record it, but you can't play it. Sometimes it does work though, because you can play it for people who are not necessarily in the court systems, or people who are tangentially related to the court system, but it's not going to be counted as evidence. So for example, you can potentially play it for a guardian ad litem or a child custody evaluator or somebody who's going to be making findings for the court. And that's sort of a backdoor way of getting the information. And in some places you have to consent to being recorded and that sort of thing. Check your local laws on this one, but it can definitely be very helpful. If you're so ready to weaponize facts and evidence against narcissists so that you can beat them and you can have a life of freedom, possibility, and purpose, I want you to put "so ready" in the comments right now. Now it's time for you to figure out how to present the evidence effectively. And I will say that I do have a whole webinar on this, on how to expose a narcissist in court. It's a free training, and you can go to icanslay.com and check that out. How do you present it? You're going to present it in a way that's super powerful, and do not present any leverage until you are ready to, until you have everything that you need, and never sign anything until you have all the information. They might tell you this is a fair deal, but you know, they're liars. We know that, right? They're only going to be out for them, not for you. Now, stick to the facts and use your statute, the laws in your particular state, country, or jurisdiction where applicable. If there is something that does apply, make sure that you use that and organize all of your documentation in terms of that. I teach you so much more how to do that in my SLAY method. So go ahead and do that free training, and it'll help you. Stay calm. Narcissists have a way of triggering you. That's what they want. They want to continue to get supply from you. If you give them the power, then you're giving them the power over your life. You will never be done with them, because as long as they can get supply from you, they're going to do it. So focus on the strongest pieces of evidence. Overloading with too much information will dilute your message. So keep it simple, keep it straightforward, make it easy for people to understand. I know there's probably so much that you want to say and so many other things that you want to share. And I know some people have said to me at times, oh, I have 30 witnesses. You're not going to have time to present 30 witnesses in court. I mean, even if you have a 2-day trial, you might be able to get 3 or 4, maybe even 5 at the most. But by the time your direct cross-examination goes, their direct cross-examination goes, and then theirs, and then, whoever your experts are, whatever, and then you've got lunches and breaks and all this other stuff in there. It's really hard. You're not getting 30 people in. I'll tell you that right now. Trials are expensive. So you really want to get to a place where you don't have to even get there, where you have enough leverage that you can get this settled out of court. Because even if you get everything that you want in a trial, they can appeal and it'll go on forever and ever. But if you can get them to resolve it outside of court, then you get an agreement, you get it signed, and now it's dictated by contract law. How do you set aside a contract? The way most contracts get set aside is, duress, coercion. One party was a minor, there was somebody was drunk, they weren't in their right mind. Things like that. Those are the ways that you get a contract set aside, which is so much harder. Anticipate their reactions. Know that you are going to get a person who is going to have a tantrum. Just remember, they're always the worst right before they're ready to give up. Just like kids that are having a tantrum. They're not going to admit they're wrong, even when confronted, even when you have evidence, even when it's right in front of their face. That's not your forum. Getting them to be on board is not your forum. Expect that they're going to be the way they are. They're going to deny it. They're going to say, that's not what I meant. You're taking things out of context. You're out of control. You're delusional. You're making this up. They're going to deflect, maybe blame shift somebody else. Maybe it's you. They're going to try to change the subject. Why are you bringing this up now? I can't listen to you when you're yelling. You haven't even raised your voice. They can't stick to the issue at hand when they are about to be held accountable. You might even see outrage, okay? If they escalate their tone or they become aggressive, it can feel really, really scary. But it's only because they're under attack. And so they're in an amygdala hijack and their limbic brain is taking over. And if that happens, just disengage. You can always say, we can revisit this conversation later, but don't engage with that, because you're not going to get anywhere with it anyway. So a pro tip for you is, the goal isn't to get them to admit fault. It's to protect yourself, get what you want, and get free. You want clarity of your life. You want to be able to design your life. One of the things you can definitely do is, and this is a bonus tip, is use their words against them. One of the most effective ways to counter a narcissist is by using their own words as evidence. So, for example, if you say you made a promise referencing their exact statement, on March 10th, you said, I'll handle this by Friday. Here's the email confirming it. Why this works is it's harder for them to refute their own words. This tactic also shows that you've been paying attention and that you are prepared. So it takes them off their game a little bit. So that's your bonus tip. Definitely try to get them locked in and saying things that are specific, because then down the road, you can hold them accountable to it and even use their words against them. Narcissists are going to try to rewrite reality. That's what they do. But facts and evidence will give you the power to stand in your ground and to get the resolution that you want without backlash. Remember, documentation and preparation are your strongest allies.
It seems like every celebrity has access to GLP-1s these days, but what about the rest of us? Now you don't need to be rich or famous to access personalized, tailored weight loss solutions just for you. Through Hers, you can take control of your health. Hers is changing women's healthcare by providing access to holistic weight loss solutions, including GLP-1 treatments with the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy, oral medication kits, and more. You'll connect with a medical provider who will develop a plan based on your needs. And if prescribed, your medication is included as part of a doctor-designed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, online support, all at no additional cost. Plans start at just $199 a month with a 12-month subscription, paid up front, and your treatment ships directly to your door. So if you've been struggling with weight loss and you want to find the right solution just for you, start your free online visit today at forhers.com/negotiate. That's forhers.com/negotiate for your personalized weight loss treatment options. Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded programs are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required, restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. I'll admit it, I'm that person. I'm the one the night before a birthday, an anniversary, or any kind of special occasion, I'm frantically searching the aisles for the right card and one that doesn't seem kind of corny or cringeworthy. You know the struggle, right? But then I found Moonpig. It's a total game changer. They have tons of adorable, funny, even heartfelt designs ready to go. And you can even personalize them, which is super cool. You can even upload your favorite photos or tweak the text to make it uniquely you. And they'll even suggest clever messages if you're feeling stuck. Oh, and no more forgetting birthdays or scrambling for addresses. Moonpig lets you save everything in one place and even sends you reminders. Plus, they've got the opportunity to upload gift cards from all your favorite places like Sephora or Starbucks, so you can really nail that perfect gift vibe. Once you've designed your card, they'll even mail it for you, or if you want to hand deliver it, they'll send it to you with a cool envelope. So guess what? This is your chance. Your first card is totally free. Just use the code FREE and go to moonpig.com/US/negotiate. Seriously, stop stressing and start impressing. Make someone's day with Moonpig. Try it right now.
So the next video that I want you to watch is the only way to expose a narcissist in court, when I'm going to give you a whole lot more on this. So go watch that video next. But before you go, make sure that you've liked this video, hit that little like button, hit that share button, share it with all the people in your community, and make sure that you have subscribed here and hit that little indication saying that you want notification. I'm going to teach you how to present everything effectively and get the judge to actually listen to you. Until then, when I see you in the next video, remember today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'll see you there.